Montreal jukeboxes, the naked bodies of women, and the first attacks of black bile. After only 3 lessons, his flamenco teacher commits suicide. But 1954 brings Leonard the ultimate recognition. A disciple of Ezra Pound appoints him poet. He publishes a book, Let Us Compare Mythologies, 1956. And things accelerate. Government grants, peer recognition, and reading tours strike the end of Act One. A career has begun. Leonard Cohen is ready to launch an assault on the 60s. After another poetry book, The Spice Box of Earth, 1961, and a Bildungsroman partly written in London, The Favorite Game, 1963, Leonard settles on a Greek island where he plays St. Francis of Assisi in a house without electricity. He speaks to daisies, but meets Marianne, a Madonna with child of astounding beauty. From the island, he sends Flowers to Hitler, Flowers for Hitler, 1964, and brings to Canada a second novel full of pornographic mysticism, Beautiful Losers, 1966, inventing, as he proceeds, the concept of the beautiful loser. A good move for what comes next. What comes next is New York and the Chelsea Hotel, where he will meet angels in hotel lifts and Joan of Arc in a nightclub. He quits the literary world, becomes an international troubadour, and invents existentialist folk with his first record, Songs of Leonard Cohen, 1968, which establishes his style. Well-cut lyrics, low-key waltzes, minor chords on acoustic guitars, and celestial female voices. But the baby boomers are many, and Dylan is their prophet. So Cohen becomes his generation's poet laureate. He conquers Europe on the back of Suzanne, says so long to Marianne, and the poet becomes a star. Songs from a Room, 1969. Third act. Cohen steps into an avalanche. It covers up his soul, and someone steals his famous blue raincoat. Songs of Love and Hate, 1971. Hence a depression, a quasi-marriage, 2 children, and the nagging suspicion that the apocalypse has begun. He stays in Buddhist monasteries, where an old Zen master hits him with a stick and with a few paradoxes. He writes anti-poems with a razor blade. The Energy of Slaves, 1972. Enlists in the Sinai War. Tries his hand at compulsive seduction. Adds drums to his songs, but to no avail. His record sales plummet. New Skin for the Old Ceremony, 1974. And his career slowly evaporates. Things get worse when a megalomaniac producer, disguised as Wagner, points a handgun at his head, while Leonard hears his wife making love to a stranger in the hotel room next to his. The 70s come to an end. It's the death of a ladies' man, 1977. Fourth act, Adagio, a slow redemption through Zen practice. The Book of Psalms and ferocious melodies played on an oud. Recent Songs, 1979. Leonard has a breakdown in Montreal and a breakthrough in Los Angeles. With his new French girlfriend, he buys dark double-breasted suits and a Casio keyboard and spends 4 years writing Hallelujah, various positions, 1985. His record company no longer answers his phone calls. But time is on his side. His devotees are devoted, and he reaches cult status. After 50 ferocious psalms, Book of Mercy, 1984, He creates a clandestine spiritual order, the Order of the Unified Heart, smokes 50,000 cigarettes, and rereads Ezekiel.